Hey guys, this is January 10, 2018. Arrived yesterday in Crete, or Crete. Left from Piraeus, the mainland of Greece, the day before yesterday with a ferry boat, a huge ferry boat. It took about 9 hours to get to Heraklion, which is the harbor, the main harbor of Crete Island. And from there, from Heraklion up to here, there are about 6 kilometers. There is a bus there, it's making the connection between Heraklion and this place, Knossos, the palace of Knossos, on which I stand now. And I have an interesting feeling about this place because it really gives you an impression that you go back 4,000 years, because what we are going to see here is old at least 4,000 years. The first palace was built in 1900 years before Christ. Then an earthquake probably destroyed it, and the second one was built in the 17th century before Christ. And what we are going to see today is a reconstruction in concrete of a part of this palace. This place was discovered as it is and constructed as it is by a British man called Sir Arthur Evans. And what's interesting is that until 120 years ago, this place was only a legend, and we know the legend of the Minotaur with Theseus, discovering this place now gives you another impression about how the legends are born. So I'm going to show you the surroundings, but let's don't forget from the start that everything is made after the imagination of an archaeological person, that is Sir Arthur Evans. But probably most of the people would say, well, it's made after someone's imagination, which is not a quite bad thing, because otherwise probably we would have seen only some scattered blocks of rocks. So if we see this place, it's important to see it as it is, because otherwise probably would have been only a dull archaeological site, and we wouldn't understand lots of things. But it's an imagination of someone that knows or knew how things have been on those times. So let's see. So we are standing actually on a hill. This hill is man-made eventually with all these constructions. There are two streams that are coming from the south side and southwest side, and they collide at the bottom of this hill. It's a bit windy. What is interesting to me is that a huge part of this archaeological site is dedicated to storage rooms, like are these 3 pits over here. All the storage rooms have been used for dry and wet materials. We have lots of peacocks here on this side, male and female alike. We are standing on the Piano Nobile. This is the first floor. Everything we're going to see here is first, because being the earliest settlement in Europe, everything would be first. It's the first multi-floor building that existed, the first road, the first European road. One it's over here with a theater zone. The first sewing system, the first drainage system. Almost everything is first here. This is the main square. It has about 50 meters with 25 meters. This was a worship place, lots of them here on this palace, because this is a complex actually, which has lots of worship places. This is believed to be the throne room, and obviously it was reconstructed by Evans. It has two rooms. The first one is the original one. That's a throne made of marble, and it has the shape of a chair. If you see, if we look better, so probably it's the oldest chair, 4,000 years. In the middle there's a cauldron, and it's supposed to be probably a place where used to be used as ceremonial purification. Beautiful color used by Evans. Here in the first room, there's also a replica of the throne, the stone throne. And also benches that we can see it also inside. What is interesting also is the fact that there are columns that you cannot find anywhere else in Greece or in Europe. As you can see, the shape is different. It's like they are placed upside down with the large part up. Those columns used to be made from a cypress tree that grows here on this island. And over there we have a fresco. All the frescoes from this site were taken and put in the Historical Archaeological Museum of Heraklion. And over there there's a replica of a charging bull, probably a hunting scene. That building over there is called a lustral basin. Was used also for purification. Probably the people that came from the north side used this facility first before entering into the royal palace. The whole north area, it's with all workshops and trade shops all around it, because the trade definitely was the first activity when they came from the Heraklion harbor. So it was like a custom area on this side. It is believed that here there were the royal apartments. On this side, being opposite of the throne building. It's on the east side. Well, as I said, to me it's quite interesting to see something reconstructed by someone's imaginations, but I believe that it's mostly accurate, because the one thing that is let's say logical to me is the fact that a huge percent of this place is dedicated to storage. So that to me it's quite important, because the main activity is to have food. So this is the south entrance. Another fresco, or a replica of a fresco, of course. It's the king prince. Some other says that actually it's a woman. Well, the legend with the Minotaur, the Minotaur was the son of King Minos with his wife, and if you're talking about the second millennium before Christ, back then Athenians were not very developed as the Minoans. So the Minoans conquered the Athenians, and they had to pay a tribute, as the legend has it, in people. So Theseus, the son of Aegean king, from which the sea is also named, the Aegean Sea, was sent here to be a sacrifice for the Minotaur, half man, half bull. So this Theseus came here and entered into the labyrinth, helped by the daughter of Minos king, and he managed to slaughter the Minotaur and get out from the labyrinth, and left with he left with the daughter of the king. They fled from the island because the king was really upset, and fled to the mainland of Greece. It's the first place in which I'm filming a video log. I left the Heraklion city, the last one, because I'm going to leave Crete from the same place towards Santorini, and I'm going to make a tour of the island to see also the other historical places. Venetians have a lot of history here. I'm going to talk later about it. But another interesting part is the fact that Minoans were actually believed at first that they were extincted by the earthquake that erupted from Terra, or Santorini Island, destroying the whole island and the inhabitants. But on the latest discoveries here, it is thought that they actually were conquered by Mycenaeans. The Mycenaeans lived on the mainland of Greece, and they continued the life here on Knossos until the Roman era. Even in a couple of years before Christ era, there are still marks of settlements, of human settlements here in the palace and around it. So huge history, old history, interesting history.